I'm sure you've heard someone say, or maybe you've even thought it yourself, what if one of those AliExpress brands that make really high quality watches didn't just focus on homage watches and made their own designs? Well, today we're going to take a look at an original design from San Martin. This is a summer watch. What they were going for with this watch is a colorful diver. Think Zodiac watermelon more than a Rolex homage. This is also a very affordable watch with really great specs, on the fly, micro adjust, all below $300, actually well below $300, closer to that $200 mark. So let's take a look at a very colorful dive watch from San Martin in their own design. San Martin, San Martin, depends on what you want to call it. This is an AliExpress brand. I have featured a few of their watches here on my channel. They're actually having a sale. I don't know what the sale price on this watch will be. Currently on their website, it's $218. I think that might be the sale price. I'm not sure if it will actually go lower on the 17th. If it does, I cannot see how they actually make money on this watch. This is a very cool summery dive watch. You're getting a lot of specs in this watch, especially considering the price. However, there is one aspect of this watch that I think is incredible for the price, and it is the bracelet. This gets a mesh bracelet, but it's not just any typical mesh bracelet. Most mesh bracelets are adjustable, and they are adjustable almost to infinity. Well, not to infinity, obviously, to the length of the entire bracelet. However, what San Martin have done here, and they're not the first to do it, they've made it into a link bracelet. So you have links here and links here. Those are sort of, hidden into the actual bracelet. They're hinged, as you could see right there. So that sort of removes some of the adjustability that you would normally get with a traditional mesh bracelet or a shark bracelet. But that means with those traditional bracelets, you get extra material that sort of is hanging off the edge of the bracelet, so it adds to the bulk of the watch. What they have done to solve that is obviously give you links that you could remove, get it close enough to your wrist size, and then they have put micro adjust built into a shark mesh or a mesh bracelet. Now, it's pretty smooth, actually very smooth considering the price on this watch of $218. I think that's pretty incredible. There's a push button. It works a lot like an Omega or, there's a ton of other micro brands that are using this style of buckle these days. It's also a really nice milled buckle with their logo. Their logo is applied to the outside of the buckle. It looks great, it feels great, and it's of high quality. That is impressive considering, again, the price on this watch. This has a clasp that is as nice as watches in the thousands of dollars. Now, I normally don't start a review where I'm looking at the bracelet, but this is impressive. I think that some companies would actually charge this much money, $218, for the bracelet alone. And I'm talking about micro brands. Probably a lot more than that, especially as you move into other brands. And they could get away with it if they put their name on it. They put the San Martin name on here, and it's included with a watch, which is automatic. Powered by an NH35. It's a dive watch. It gets 200 meters of water resistance. A ceramic bezel. This one is in orange. It's a matte finish. This is already a very bright, colorful watch, so they went with something that's a little bit more matte. You get a really great bezel action. Let's listen to that. Very grippy, lines up, sounds great, no complaints. You're getting a chapter ring that's in a lighter orange, yellowish color, and then you have this fume blue gradient dial that is really blue. So you have this real orange bezel, really blue dial. That yellow sort of transitions from that orange to that blue. And then you get orange lume on the applied indices. So you're getting applied indices here, the applied logo, and then the hands also filled with that same color lume. You have fence post hands on here. They're sort of broad fence post hands, if you will, and they look really good. And then you have a second hand with a pip on the end, and that is also filled with lume. You have a color matched date window, which kind of disappears on the dial. It is pretty hard to read because it is color matched, and they put black writing, so the date is actually in black. So it's pretty illegible. If you want to see the date, it's going to be hard. You can see it, but you really need to look at the watch to be able to actually see the date. So I would say that's probably the only design flaw that I see in this watch. You have to like the colors because this is very colorful, but besides that, that is probably the only flaw that I see. You also have automatic and 200 meters down at the bottom of the dial, right above the 6 o'clock position, the 6 o'clock index. This is a dive watch. So you're getting a screwed-in crown, a screwed-in case back. This comes in at 40.5 millimeters at the bezel. You have a 47.5 millimeter lug to lug. Again, a true lug to lug because this doesn't have end links. And then you have a 12 millimeter thickness, which is very, very good considering this is a dive watch with 200 meters of water resistance. You also get these crown guards, so it might wear a little bit bigger than that 40.5. It might wear like a 41 millimeter depending on your wrist. Speaking of wrist, on my wrist today I have my Omega. This is the 1957 Seamaster reissue limited edition, a watch that I absolutely love. Today is actually Father's Day. I'm making this video on Father's Day. For those of you who are fathers, happy Father's Day. I am a day late, so this should be coming out on the 17th, and I apologize for that, but happy Father's Day to all of the fathers out there. There it is on my 7.5-inch wrist. This makes me feel like I want to go jump in a pool. This is bright. It looks really, really good. This is somewhat of their own design. It kind of reminds me of some other watches, but nothing in particular. Zodiac make a lot of watches that have colors like this, but the case is a little bit different. And I have to tell you, I like Zodiac, but the quality of this watch is almost on par with Zodiac. Case-wise, bracelet-wise, basically everything, even the dial, the bezel. The bezel might be a little bit nicer than what you get from Zodiac because usually they put a mineral crystal for their bezels. This is ceramic and it's matte finished. I gotta say, I am impressed overall with San Martin and the quality of these watches. Now you have to like the look of this watch because it is very colorful and you might want to wear something that is a little bit muted when you're wearing something like this because it is so bright and brash, but it is really fun and a very colorful watch for summer. There you go. Lume is excellent on here. Lume on the second hand. So you can see this is working in the dark, very liberally applied to the hands and the indices, and you have a little pip in the bezel, so you have orientation in the dark. Also, the indices are stick indices, but you have beaver teeth at the 12 o'clock, adding a little bit more of a orientation when you have this in the dark. So really excellent overall package here, especially considering $218. That's on this bracelet. So they do charge less for this watch if you get it on a strap, but I highly, highly, highly recommend getting this bracelet because it is impressive. It actually feels really nice in your hand. You have very good adjustability. I adjusted this to my wrist size in almost no time. I think it looks great on the mesh. It's very summery. $218. There are people out there, I'm one of them, who have spent more money on a strap. I feel like you're buying the bracelet here and you're getting this awesome watch with it, which is also really cool. I would probably not be surprised if this was a $218 watch and the bracelet was $218, like I was saying before. I think other brands would charge a lot more for something like this. There are other brands who do it. Obviously, more expensive brands and some more affordable brands do this as well, but not at I've never seen it at this price, at this low of a price. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. What do you think of this watch? What do you think of the price on this watch for $218? Would you wear this watch? Do you like the colors? This is somewhat of their own design, I guess you would say, but they made it in a few other colors. There is an orange dial, which I really like as well. I think that one looks great. Tell me which one you like the best. There's a brown dial as well, which is kind of funky. Tell me what you think down in the comments below. Please also don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. Super helpful for the channel, and I very much appreciate it. I will put a link to this watch down in the description below. Definitely follow that link. And today apparently is a sale, so if it's less than $218, I think that is insane. I think it's an incredible, incredible price at this price as it is now. But tell me what you guys think down in the comments below, and I will catch you guys in the next video.